is the 2024 Mazda CX-90, and this is the plug-in hybrid offering. So you're gonna get 323 horsepower with that electric motor, which is gonna give you upwards of 26 miles of electric range. And you're also gonna get 3 rows in this vehicle for maximum seating, all because this is the CX-90. Now, the CX-70 is coming, but that's not gonna come until later this spring, hopefully. I love this design. I'm really digging and really loving these rims. Yeah, I love those. And you can tell this is the plug-in hybrid because it's saying it right here for you with the PHEV label. You also get blinkers in your turn signals. And all around, this is a very attractive SUV. It looks really good. Here we are in the back. We do have 3 rows of seating. Now this is with the 3rd row all the way up. I can fold these. As we see, I do have some stuff back there, so I'm not going to be able to fold these down, but I am going to list, as always, the specs with the 2nd row folded down and with the 3rd row folded down as well. But as you can see, even with our 3rd row seating up, you still get a decent amount of space back here because the dealership has gone ahead and put like some mats and stuff back here, and you have room back here to still throw a few things. And you do get a power tailgate as well, so we are going to go ahead and close it. All right, so here we are on the inside of the CX-90 plug-in hybrid, and let's talk about this screen right here. So with this screen, you can see your charging and your power output numbers over there to your left, and then over to your right, you see things like your charging, and you also see your fuel left as well. So fuel engages also. Coming down to the steering wheel, over to the left here, we have all things audio. We have our volume and our back and forward as well. Our calls over here is also here, and then info as well. And then over here we have our cruise control and all things driver's assistance over here to the right. Now, down here we do have our memory seating down there. And we do have our parking sensors, our traction control, and our fueling door as well. We do have a heads-up display, which I'm trying to get it. I hope you all can see it. I'm going to try to zoom in. Yes, there we go. So we do have a heads-up display that gives us our miles per hour and also our distance between our vehicle and the car that is in front of us as well. Coming over here, we have very soft touch plastic over here, which feels really good throughout this whole dash. We have our really large screen, which is fantastic. I really do enjoy that screen. And then coming down here, we have all things heating and cooling. We have heated seats right here. I'm wondering if cool seats go here, and I'm wondering if a heated wheel goes here because I haven't been able to find it in this vehicle just yet. Now, coming down here, we see this knob right here controls our screen up here. However, our knob over here on this side controls our volume as well. So now I'm going to try to do a quick little demonstration, and I'm going to try to zoom out. Okay. So our knob is here, as we can see, and we can scroll all through here, and our knob works with this vehicle. For this vehicle, it works for this screen right here. This screen is not a touch screen, so I do want to go ahead and point that out. This screen is not a touch screen. It does not work, which is a good thing because it's back kind of far. So if it were, it would be a little bit of a difficult thing to navigate and use. So as you can see, I'm on my Apple CarPlay, but I can navigate this screen if it would act right. I can navigate this back to the Mazda interface by clicking on. See, it's kind of having a little bit of a struggle here. Okay, there we go. Back to the Mazda screen right here. which controls everything. Settings, we can go into the settings so we can see our EV settings, our vehicle settings, sound settings. All of these settings for this vehicle are all in this one area. And then just to go back, I can just hit back right there. So that is done. And then to get back to the CarPlay, as you know, this is not a touchscreen, so I can't just tap that over there. I have to use my knob down here, and I have to come back over and click over, and now we're back into Apple CarPlay. We do have our mirror up there, which also houses all of our buttons there for our settings for our garage, and we do have a glasses case, which is very neat and very useful as well. Again, this lets in a heck of a lot of light. So glad they've included this, and it does open and vent as well to let light in. Also, I do want to point out that this MI Drive section right here controls all things related to your drive modes. So as we see right now, we are in EV mode. If I hit the button again, I can go down to off-road, normal, and sport modes. All right, so I do want to talk about the backup camera very quickly. As you can see over here, we do get sensors for the front and rear. And then coming over here to our left, we see that this is the quality of our backup camera. Now, I'm not sure how well it's coming across to you all, but to me, it's just okay. If I had to rate it out of a 10, I'd give it maybe a 7, a 6.5 to 7. I think for the price point, I think this camera could be a little bit more crisp and a little bit more clear. However, it's not the worst, but it's just not the best either. I do want to talk about the armrest right here. It is very soft, very, very comfortable, and you can open one or you can open two, and looking inside, you have 2 USB-C ports, and you get a decent amount of storage, but it is a little shallow in my personal opinion. I did expect this to be a little bit more deep, and I do want to talk about the wireless charging pad because you do get one right there as well. All right, so climbing in, I do still have a lot of space back here. So this tester has the captain's seats. So you do lose this third row, or third seat rather, right here, because you have to have this kind of like passway area here. But you do get things like 2 USB-C ports, and you do get rear climate control as well back here. You also get 2 mat pockets. So you got one over there and you've got one over here as well. The seats do come with their own sets of armrests, which are very helpful, and these seats are very comfortable. And as you see, I have a lot of room. My feet are under the driver's seat here, and I still have a bunch of leg room left. So this is a very comfortable space to spend time as well. Also with these seats, I can recline. So if you see that happening, yeah, I think you can see that happening. So these seats do recline, which gives me an even more comfortable seating position. So this is a very comfy space to spend time, and on longer road trips, I would definitely not hesitate to sit back here. So now I'm gonna try to sit in the back, but there's stuff back there, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get back there. But just from looking at it, it is a little bit tight back there, but they do give you cup holders. You do get a USB-C charging port back there, and you also get vents back there. So it's looking like a comfortable space to spend time if you are a child or a shorter adult. Also back here, Mazda does a really good job at giving you these manual shades as well. So that's very good for children or just for anybody that's sitting back here and the sun is just beaming down on you. You do have these shades here, so that's awesome. So as I merge onto the highway, I do want to talk about some really cool tech. And if you look there's a flashing light down there inside of our screen, and there's two squares that just one of them actually just turned into a small vehicle. Yeah, this is the driver's assistance technology at work, and it's a fantastic technology. So these are sensors that let me know that there's either a vehicle approaching, or they are representations of the vehicles around me and the distance from them to me. Things that I really enjoyed about this vehicle. I really enjoyed the fact that this is the plug-in hybrid. With 26 miles of EV range, I could get to and from work Monday through Friday and not have to buy gas, meaning my fuel tank would just remain where it was. In fact, I never used any gas while driving this vehicle today. I only used EV range, which is a huge perk in my personal opinion, because again, if I can plug this in at night, and then by the time I rise or I wake up in the morning, I have a full battery of 26 miles, that's gonna get me to work, to the gym, and back home. And then I just wash, rinse, repeat, and do that Monday through Friday. Now, of course, on the weekends, I'm probably driving a lot further or longer, so that would take it past 26 miles, and I would definitely venture out into the gas tank. So panoramic sunroof, strong suit for me. Heated seats, strong suit. I am an audiophile. I love audio systems, and Bose makes a pretty decent one, and they have made a pretty decent one for this CX-90. So those are things that I enjoy. Oh, seat quality. Really enjoy the seat quality. They're very soft. They're very, very supportive. They could have a little bit more bolstering on them, I'd say, especially when cornering and things of that sort. But overall, I really did enjoy the seats. So there are some things that I did not necessarily care for. Now, the first thing that I did not care for was that I don't have a heated steering wheel, which I think I may have said that already. But for $56,000 and some change, I would expect Mazda to have given at least the heated steering wheel and the cooled seats, because this is expensive. The second thing that I didn't like about it was sometimes it felt like it was underpowered, which, this being the hybrid, feels crazy to even say, but sometimes I found that I was longing for more power. Again, I feel crazy saying that, but yes, I was longing for more power. Outside of that, there's little to dislike about this vehicle. So I do want to talk about if I would purchase this vehicle, and to answer that question, yes and no. So if this vehicle came out, well, this vehicle is out right now, and it's slated to be cheaper than the CX-90. The CX-90 is supposed to come, and it's supposed to be a couple grand more than this outgoing vehicle. With that being said, I probably would just go ahead and get the 90, and I would just fold down the third row, and I would get the bench seating instead of the captain's chairs, because I'm probably not going to use a third row that much anyway. So that's what I'd do. Now, if the CX-90 comes out and then the price of the CX-90 skyrockets, or it just goes up, right? Then I would most definitely get the CX-70 over this vehicle, because I think it's going to be lighter, which means I think it's going to be a little bit quicker, and I think it's just going to feel a little bit better than this vehicle because it is lighter and it could be quicker as well. So with that being said, this vehicle is $56,000 and some change. And I have to give a huge shout out to the folks over here at Germain Mazda over in Georgesville, Ohio, because they are the ones that have lent me this vehicle for the day to drive it and to review it for you all. So with that being said, thank you so much. I also met with Don, who works here, and he was super kind, super polite, and very helpful. So if you are in the market for a vehicle and you live in the Columbus, Ohio area, please come over and check out the folks at Germain Mazda in Georgesville, Ohio, and they will hook you up with this one, or they can get you another one. You could even order one if that's what you want to do. So with that being said, y'all, subscribe, like, and comment below, and I will see you all in the next video.